So I'm James.
I'm Sona.
So Sona, how did you know that you were called to marriage?
So I've been discerning for a long time. I'd tried religious life after many years of wondering whether I was called to religious life. And then in novitiate, after 6 months, I realised that religious life wasn't my vocation, but I thought I'd discerned that marriage wasn't either when I was trying to decide between marriage and religious life. So I wasn't expecting to be called to marriage, and it was only when I had been praying, though, I had been asking God to show me what the next step was. And when I met James on the back stairs of an Armenian restaurant in London, I had a clear, it seemed very clear, a shock, an invitation to not only marriage, but to marriage to James. I didn't know if he felt the same, though, but that's what came across that first evening. And I realised in that moment that I was very daunted at the thought of marriage. Fears rose up, and I hoped that, in a way, he wouldn't ask me to marry him. But over time, getting to know him, realising he was a man of faith, a good sense of humour, we had a blessed time getting to know each other. So by the time he did propose to me 11 weeks later, I was ready to say yes.
So for me, I'd been open to marriage for many years, for a long time, but I hadn't found the right person. And at some point, I just accepted that this is probably not God's plan for me to be married. And so I just placed my trust in God in that sort of decision. And this was 6 months before I then met Sona. In fact, it was probably less than 6 months. So this obviously was sort of tied together. And I chose Sona because she was really living her values. She was a very strong in her values, her Christian values. And that was something which I hadn't come across before. It struck out at me. I think also, to some extent, I had my own, if you like, I call it my shopping list of what I was looking for in a wife. And I realize now that that was totally sort of unrealistic, or really it wasn't the right shopping list for me, if you like. And so I then accepted God's shopping list, and that was obviously a lot better for me as a person.